So I've created this new semi-wide format with a kind of tiny screen or whatever. It's good for Game Boy Advance games. It's good for Sega Master System games. I didn't try Gen Plus GX, so I don't know how it handles it, but I can't figure out a way to make Pico Drive output a 4:3 image for Master System games, and in a way you don't want that anyway, because they actually are about this aspect ratio. It's just that they display on a 4:3 TV with a color bar at the top and bottom. But that is, in a way I want to be purist and have the letterboxing in there, but in another way it's like it's letterboxing, you know what I mean? So this would be a good format for Master System as well, and I swear I will get around to playing some Master System games in the future. I know there's a lot of great stuff on there that I just haven't got around to yet, and some that I have got around to but wouldn't mind doing again. So, for example, I played Castle of Illusion on Master System, and it's a kick-ass game. It has like at least one sequel, maybe two if you count the Donald Duck game or something. I haven't played those. I bet they're rad. Anyway, Gradius Galaxies. About to play some Gradius Galaxies. Gonna play it on normal, 3 ships, just like we've done on everything, with Turbo Fire. Yeah, with Turbo Fire. And I'll probably use the auto power up too. Why not? Makes no difference. Here we go. This has like 4 ship layouts you can try. They're all really cool. Everything's really cool. It's a great game. I love this one. I mean, this is really like a really good Gradius game, in my opinion. One of the finest in the series. And like I said in the description, it feels kind of like a sequel to Gradius Gaiden in that it uses 2D graphics, but at the same time there's not really any limitations on sprite scaling and rotation type stuff and the transparency and things like that. So it feels like a truly like 32-bit 2D Gradius game, of which we only got a couple. We switched to 3D graphics with Gradius 4. In that game, I don't like the look of it, but it's really good. Or it's pretty good. It's a good Gradius game. It's not. I think it's a bit underrated, maybe in terms of gameplay, but I don't particularly care for its visual style. And it gets better after the first level too, so I'm maybe not even being fair to it there. But I had a good time playing it. I feel like it gets a bad rap just because it's kind of ugly to a lot of people, especially at the beginning. There's also like a second level to almost all these power-ups, as you can see, and I almost never get any of that shit because that's a lot of power-ups to get without dying. After 3 options, they do opt for, on auto, they opt for shield, and then it starts getting into the secondaries. So that's probably the pattern I would use myself, so that's why I kind of like auto. But if you wanted to see what like level 2 laser or something look like, you manually do that. Auto is also just semi-auto, so if you want to spin things early, it's not a problem. But if you think you should be holding out for a shield at the very beginning of the game or something, then yeah, it's not going to be for you. That part always worries me just a little bit. But look, there's tons of rotation on the screen, unaffected. The GBA could really handle 2D games about as well as a PlayStation 1. Even if this resolution is probably a bit lower. think the music in this game is pretty good for the most part, but it doesn't sound as good as a lot of Game Boy Advance games. Which is to say, they went with a very retro style by using some sort of wavetable that has kind of low quality samples. But that's maybe a smart option. I mean, I think most Game Boy Advance games, they run on some sort of software wavetable type engine. Some, shitty RISC version of Mild Sound System kind of thing. Even being repurposed more to be like a wavetable, though, maybe more like an N64. And usually the sampling quality is pretty bad. That's the case here too. But they have two things to worry about on Game Boy Advance with that, and one is cartridge, of course, limits memory size. But beyond that, the other one is that actually takes processing time to have like more complex sound with more channels and things like that. So they probably were smart to avoid slowdown and have a bunch of cool effects in the game and stuff, rather than focus on having like CD quality or even N64 quality audio. Go over the top here, right? I don't have to go down there. Please tell me I don't have to go down there. Hang on. Oh shit, I accidentally hit the wrong button trying to pause. Trying to figure out what these dogs are doing. Running around. I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna die. Not maybe either. I'm just gonna die. That sucks. I don't think there's any escape there though. Oh wait, that's the same damn mistake I made last time. Shit. Okay, well, I'm really fucking this up. That's not right. That is not correct. There must have been one overlapping another. You gotta be pretty aggressive with this stuff here just to make sure you don't get trapped. This game's fun as hell. I'm already remembering how much I love it. The only thing that's even more fun as hell than this is the next Gradius game I'm playing. Gradius 5, which I consider to be a masterpiece. I used to really go out of my way to label all of my streams that were shooters as one credit score attacks, but honestly, if you've been watching this channel at this point, you probably understand that if I'm going to play a shmup, I'm going to do a 1 credit score attack every time. This, by the way, is all you have to do to beat this boss. I figured this out yesterday. It ain't shit. You don't have to do shit. This is going to be one of the streams where my best run is my first. God damn it. Who knows? I've made it a little way on this level when I was playing. Again, I was practicing this on handheld, which I think is much more challenging. Shooters are hard on handhelds in a way. You gotta like really notice all these fine little dots moving around. It's really good to find the right size display to play shooters for how far you're sitting from the screen, by the way. I've seen this. There's these fire lines that come after you, and there's a lot of power-ups that get dropped too close to those cores and are worthless. I found that out quickly. You don't want to go for that shit. But yet, oh goddamn. Otherwise, this is like Gradius 2's Fire Dragon stuff all over again. Remember, Gradius 4 also had that in it. I mean, it's a recurring theme now. I don't know if you have to do save states for this game on GBA or not. I guess I'm gonna though. It probably has its own RAM though, or you know, some sort of save RAM. I'm not quite sure what Hint is all about. Hint, if you've never played a Gradius game before, here's how they play. Yeah. If you've never played a Gradius game before, get out of here. These games are great. And if it's pissing anyone off that I keep saying Gradius, great. Because as we learned, that's how it's pronounced from playing Gradius Gaiden. So that's how it goes. Is it Gaiden or Gaiden? Fuck, I don't know. I say Gaiden all the time on Ninja Gaiden, so. I'm missing a speed power up. I have to catch it when the time is right here, though. There we go. Now I feel normal. This part would be very dangerous probably without it. I actually don't consider this to be a terribly difficult Gradius game. Like once you get used to it and stuff, it's I think a fair challenge, but it's not not as hard as something like Gaiden or 4. 4 is quite hard, famously, I guess. The arcade version of 3 is insanely hard. Hell yeah, force field. Hell yeah, pixelated ring blaster thing. Not quite sure how I lost my force field there, but sure. Whatever. Whatever, you fucking game. I'm losing my mind here. There we go. That's the solution. I don't know. That's hard to figure out when I'm powered up, probably because I'm blowing away things I don't mean to. It's always going to be a little bit of a sticking point, I think. One of the hardest challenges to have a perfect routine for, I feel like right now. Normally I would take the laser, but this boss is so easy. Let's just let whatever happen here. There might be one more red though, I think, coming. Maybe. Yeah, just exactly one more. There we go. I mean, I could speed this up by rushing up on it, but there's really not much reason to. They're almost counting on your impatience to fuck you up and get you killed. Oh, that kind of blows. Let's take a blue shuffle here a little bit. There we go. I got one life better than last time. Otherwise doing about the same. A little bit lower score, maybe. From having not died. I mean, that's really the only reason. Terrible spot. Shit, this is getting a little ugly. I was just thinking about how this very nearly is my favorite GBA game. I think that it's real competition. It's really hard competition that has to go up against. Is Double Dragon Advance, which is a masterpiece and everybody should play it. It's such a good beat 'em up, and it's definitely the best Double Dragon game, like not even a question. Although I haven't played the Zebo one yet, so that's something to add to the list right there. There's Zebo emulation now, and you can play the Double Dragon game, which looks awesome. A lot of people swear by that one, but man, it's up against some competition with Double Dragon Advance, because that game is so good. But anyway, what I was gonna say is, yeah, here's Konami killing it, and like with the Castlevania games and their GBA, GBA Gradius game here. It's still hard for me to say Gradius. Fuck, I'm dead. But Capcom shit from this time wasn't good. Like, for the most part, they tried to bring over Super Nintendo games and like didn't scale them to the screen great and stuff, so that was kind of a mess. I'm not saying everything they put out on the GBA was terrible, but I think a lot of people were getting burned out on the format that they were doing with Mega Man at that point. Mega Man was in hard need of a hard reset. But yeah, just kind of a bad time in their history, but a kind of good time in Konami's before they crashed and burned into the Konami that we know today. Their best output being re-releases of what? GBA games, Nintendo DS games. Castlevania Dominus looks cool, and if I'm ever allowed to own money again, I'll get it and play it. But that can be a while. I'm sorry I skipped over Salamander, but I will get it at the very end of this. We'll play both of the Salamander games. And I'm not going to play Solar Force because the emulation on it's not good enough to really even be worthy of a stream here. And there's some stuff where I pushed the line on emulation quality anyway, like Model 3, but that's about as icky as I'm going to get with it. A lot of stuff just doesn't run well no matter what. It just hasn't been perfected yet. Fortunately, GBA is not one of those things. I honestly don't even know what more you could want on GBA emulation. Which is why I think that handheld games, you know, really hold up in their handheld format for a variety of reasons usually. And I play GBA a lot on my handheld, which I use a Miu Mini Plus, I think is what it was. With Onion OS and my own same custom RetroArch setup that I use here, which doesn't have a front end. I'm sure if you've noticed me do anything like save the game, you'll notice it does not have any kind of front end. I just use RetroArch by itself all the time. To me, it's like an OS that I'm used to. So, oopsie. I need another speed. It is kind of a shame that there's no edit mode on this. That's too early in the game to die. That's just too early in the game to die, man. That's not gonna go well. It's gonna go poorly. There's some sprite rotation. And kind of some slightly bigger sprite rotation. I have noticed that these Gradius streams have been getting a few views, which is good. I mean, more than none, so that's an improvement. The last thing that I did that got a lot of views was Atari, actually, and you know there is more Atari stuff I want to play still, so I will get back to that. Also, anytime I do a PS2 like fighting game or something, that's always a hit. PS2 racing games, though, don't seem to draw quite the crowd that the fighters do. And I think a lot of those views came from, like, Central and South America. People are really into fighting games down there, which is rad. I wish people were real into fighting games here, so we'd have, like, opponents and stuff. You're either a pro or you can't find anyone to play with. That's basically it. Oh, what? I thought that was doable. Well, that's ass. But like I say, I always basically pay the tax here, don't I? I basically always die here, which is rough. I gotta find a better way. Also, if you have stopped by to watch this and you ever get a chance, just drop a line in the chat. Even if, you know, especially if you've got like another like shooter series you like to see me do a whole lot of games of or something. I mean, I could definitely do like Raiden. I could definitely do like any of that stuff. I could do a bunch of Alesta or some other, you know, Star Soldier or something like that. There's tons of shooters, and they're all fun. Not all shooters are fun, but most shooters are fun. It's weird when you find a genuinely bad shooter, like Action 52 is full of them, for example, and then those are like some of the worst examples possible. But even beyond that, something like Deep Blue on TurboGrafx 16, that's a pile of shit. But yeah, it's rare that a shooter's just a complete pile of shit. I mean, sometimes they're just like, I don't see anything particularly interesting about this one, like Dead Moon on TurboGrafx and PC Engine, for example. I don't see much of an appeal in that game, but it's also inoffensive, and I'd play it if I had nothing else. Man, hell, maybe some of those games are better than I thought they were. You know, let me know if I'm missing out on something. Yeah, as far as like deep diving a series on YouTube, all I've done is, you know, R-Type and now Gradius. I think I did I did the Raiden Fighters games. It was kind of a little mini set there. I think I might do the next series of shooters. I might do actually would be Toaplan, like all of Toaplan's games on Genesis. I could do just their shooters, or I could do all of their games, which I guess would only include Wardner, which is a platformer, in addition to the shooters. Wardner's kind of a Ghost and Goblins type game. I don't like it as much. exactly. It's the frustration, but it doesn't feel as satisfying to play, or as rewarding, because the graphics aren't very good. A lot of Toaplan's games don't like have like a. I mean, it depends, because I think Truck Stunt's a really good looking game, and Fire Shark's pretty cool. I mean, it's at least got good visual variety and stuff. But like some of their games, like Hellfire, I think is a pretty ugly game. But that doesn't change the fact that Hellfire is a great game. It's really cool. It's really good. Highly recommend it. I've never played the PC Engine version of Hellfire, so that's something I... What the fuck? For the first time ever, that wasn't a safe spot. And the first time in the history of this fucking game. Okay. No. I guess I'll just go ahead and save state again. Just to make sure the scores are saved, because I don't know if there's a RAM or not on this cartridge. I can't remember. And even if there is, never hurts to have a backup, I guess. Oh, I don't know why I titled this Konami 2001. I need to edit that too. It should be Game Boy Advance 2001. Let me actually fix that. This ever refreshes here. Oh yeah, there we go. There's a way to refresh it. Excellent. That's super cool. That's some shit you can't do on Twitch. No way to do what I just did. Yeah, being able to edit and fix everything on the fly is really one of YouTube's strong points. YouTube's so much better as like an actual streaming service than Twitch is. That's why I left. I couldn't stand it. I might go back for audience, but because I did get more random views there, even if they were short. Their algorithm's more friendly to promoting you than YouTube is by far. On YouTube, I just pretty much have to hope that somebody happens to want to see some shit that I streamed at some point. I, kind of understand that most of the views won't be live, but they're preserved forever, so that's super cool. I mean, not forever, but however fucking long, however many they let you have. I'm gonna push the limit and find out, since I basically just stream every time I play games. Ain't no law against it. I feel like they're finding new ways to be shitty to me earlier in the game. Punishment for doing okay. Now, at least I was wrong about my first attempt being my best, even though it's been my second attempt so far that's been my best. Well, sometimes you can get speed and not be used to it and just immediately crash, and that's what I did. So this is going to be a shit run. This isn't actually happening. Or I'll do it all on one particular life, which can happen in shooters just like pinball. Please don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, back home. Doing terrible anyway, so I'm just going to take a break here. Actually, let me just crash it out, and then I'll let it roll back to the demo. I'll be back in a moment. Thanks for watching. Alright, I am right back. Here we go, with more jamming. And I'm going to try the green ship and give it a real go this time, since that was a tragedy last time. Or not green, I'm sorry. We're on purple now. I believe that Sega Master System games have about the same aspect ratio of this. So this is probably going to be the same screen format for both. There's probably some other stuff that's like 1610 or something. I think PCSX2 is like a 5.3 mode or something, but I think what it's really trying to accommodate is 1610, which is actually a pretty normal screen format. A lot of computer monitors use that. A lot of older widescreen games would be in that format because they would be designed for if you were using a computer monitor, probably. I'd say of all the Gradius games I've played so far, and I'm getting through most of the bulk of it at this point, my least favorite has been Gradius the Interstellar Assault for Game Boy, which is the second Game Boy game after Nemesis. And I don't know why, it just doesn't feel as much like a Gradius game to me. And I think both of the Game Boy games miss just a tiny bit. Maybe they're not quite as good of a port of that material as like the R-Type game is, but they're still pretty good. Like still like probably like 8 out of 10 games anyway. Like even all things considered, like every game in the series is either an 8 or maybe a 9. But they each have their own ups and downs, you know. Very consistent series though. just immediately rob you of your attack. Or I mean your shield. You can't like graze anything. This level's all about grazing things. That's probably the best I've ever done on that, right? It's like the only time I've ever not died. I kind of figured out where I needed to do what, which is important. It looks different when you die, because they remove some of the obstacles that are before the challenging point, so it just looks different. You gotta get used to it. Just for fun, let's see if we can eliminate every single one of them. It was acting real weird there. I almost did it. I chickened out because I was like, this doesn't seem like it's breaking. Look at that, that is slowing it down. Holy shit. And the twin lasers seems extremely effective. Why is this thing so damn hard to hit? Seems to be missing the bulk of these. I'm trying to change my shot pattern so maybe it'll hit. There we go. I don't know why I wouldn't be taking that, but yes, let's take the double power laser. Is it just looping from that point, not auto? Man, that's dumb as shit if that's the case, but alright, whatever. You really do have to participate in the process a little bit one way or the other, I guess. Now I don't have anything to spend points on and should try to lock on to shield so I can replace shield. Yikes. did I accidentally roll it when I shouldn't have? No, I think I didn't have any. That was the deal, right? Yikes. I hate this. Hate everything about this part. Vault. Alright, now you know what you gotta do, cowboy. You should probably stop shooting so damn much. These things explode into other shots, and that's horrible. That's its own horrible problem. Oh, I didn't need to do any of that, did I? Oh no, man, that part sucks. You can score by shooting these things, but it's fucking awful though. It's genuinely like some of the worst shit you can do. What we got going on here?
Shoot it in the head.
Shoot what in what head? Oh, there it goes. That sucks. Come on. Come on now. Come on now. There we go with nothing. Did I nothing? It geeked into first, that's good, I guess. Yeah, by 200 points. Bitchin'. But we've seen the third level boss. If I could somehow get there powered up and not get caught up like that, maybe something could happen. Maybe the fourth level is within reach. Shit. That's fucking terrible. I'm so pissed that I'm like, this is either gonna work or I'm gonna die or whatever, but I've got to go for it. Nope, they don't even give you a power up for that shit, so fuck that. No way to do that. Start. Start. Actually, I may have been a little bit wrong earlier when I was thinking about Konami being much, much better than Capcom on the Game Boy Advance. That's not necessarily true. I mean, I think it's generally true. Like, I would still say Konami's output was better, but I'm thinking of some of the things I accused Capcom of, Konami did, like the Contra Alien Wars port, which was poorly fitted to the screen and is probably an even worse example of a Super Nintendo port than Ghouls and Ghosts, which actually probably isn't even all that bad. Shit, the worst port of anything to the GBA by a really huge fucking long shot is Sonic the Hedgehog Genesis. My god, it's bad. That's the worst. That's probably the worst Sonic the Hedgehog game that's ever been commercially released. And mostly because it's just such a butchered port of a great old game, you know? It's just so bad. It's so bad. Worse than playing Sonic on an AT-Games in terms of sound, but also much worse in terms of gameplay. It's bad. Also, Final Fight 1 from Capcom is a pretty good port. Pretty neat. If any classic shooter series got screwed on the GBA, though, it was Darius. The only Darius game I got was a port of the first game, and it fucking sucks. Like, it's really zoomed in. I don't even like the first game. That's the other thing about that. I don't hate it or anything, I guess. I just don't like it very much. Yeah, I said that this game didn't have slowdown earlier, and I was wrong about that. It definitely does. I'd say Gradius Gaiden runs a little bit better than Gradius Galaxies, but the effects in this one are probably at least as clean. Shit! Put a little bit of thought into this part here, make sure I at least do this right. Not so great. Not so fucking great. Really use one more power up, guys. Just one more. Just one more. Hell yes. This is gonna be super easy here. Super easy. gonna bother fucking with that. I could roll it one time and get maybe a higher score, but I'm not gonna. Seems too dangerous. Oh, speaking of too dangerous, look at all this shit.
Force field.
God damn it. I'd forgotten about this awful fucking shit.
Shoot it in the head.
Bitchin'. Shoot it in the head indeed. Fly into the sun and die, bitch. Oh, this is so rad. We're on a new level. Man, this game rules. Why the fuck aren't you playing Gradius Galaxies all the time?
Force field.
Okay, let's get this all positioned right. Fuck you, game. God. Oh, man. Alright. They're getting serious now.
Speed up.
Look at all this.
Missile.
Blazing new trails now. It's all very scary and dangerous. That's pretty wild shit right there.
Speed up. Speed up. Missile.
Amazing run there. That was really good. $179, $200. I really raised the bar. We got well into the 4th level. It can all be done. I see how it's done now. It's just very. It's gonna take a while before I could like do that regularly. I think it might be as good as we see tonight. We'll see. I don't want to count myself short here because it is getting better and better each time.
Speed up. Speed up. Missile. Multiple. Laser. Multiple.
So yeah, I've streamed this game once before on Twitch. I don't remember if I did it as a score attack or how I played it. I just remember I had a lot of fun playing it. I went away with it. I went away from it the same way I'm going to this time, which is going to be saying, "Wow, this is one of the best Gradius games, and you need to play it." Or like I said before, this is one of the best Gradius games, and you need to play it.
Destroy the core.
And I know for any number of reasons, because it's a much smaller and more easily emulated ROM, this is easier to check out than possibly, something like Gradius 4 or 5, especially, 5 I think is excellent, but barring that, this is the one to play, probably. It's so good.
Missile.
I'm just trying to pick up power-ups is causing my shield to just disappear. It's a pretty shit deal. Oh wow, the Ripple really takes care of that quick. Especially level 2 Ripple, I guess.
Multiple.
Reposition myself here. What?
Speed up.
Okay.
Speed up.
I just got suckered there, so that's a different problem.
Speed up.
Now we're into this shit again. God damn it. I felt like I did so shitty, and that's my 4th place attempt. So who knows, you know? I gotta take over the scoreboard, I know that. That's what we're doing now. That's the mission. I was really unhappy with the front shielding, and I might need to stick with force going forward, I don't know. They're both hard to maintain on that stupid ice block area, but like the front shielding especially so because of how large it is. I am short 1 speed, and I can now feel that.
Destroy the core.
Oof.
field. Missile.
That's pretty bad. It actually becomes two-directional at that point. That's a pretty big deal.
Laser.
Alright, let's see how much of this we can destroy. Hopefully all of it. Get all them juicy points. Move on, yeah, this is gonna be sweet. The boss is DOA. Actually, let's see if we can get spread here.
Destroy the core.
That's pretty freaking fast. I don't think it's as fast as the Ripple, but it's still really fast. Made short work of that. Very short work.
Force field.
Fuck, and I'm just gonna keep rolling them for points. It's probably a dumb idea, but it's what I'm gonna do. Instead of trying to sit on one, which I don't do very well. Because theoretically, if I run out of shield, I'll wrap back around to it, and I'll get another shield, and I'll be fine. Assuming the power-ups keep coming in. Fuck you, game. God, that's so frustrating.
Speed up. Missile. Option.
I truly hate this part of the game, I gotta say. All I can suggest is using the verticality, keeping those shots to an absolute bare-ass minimum. Just try to keep trucking. Okay. Going into this boss fight not fully powered up seems to be a real bitch, though. Yeah.
Shoot it in the head.
Okay. I feel like I maximized my damage there for sure. Hell yeah. Okay, I've got some good moves for that boss. We can really scrape him down at the very beginning of the fight, which is an important part of this, I'd say.
Option. Option.
It's a little wild there.
Speed up. Missile. Option.
Okay, those do work like an R-Type too. They push you downwards. Good to know. Fuck you, game. Eat shit. That was awesome. That was actually a great run. Holy shit. This is like, yeah, one of my very favorite games in the series. And much like the first Gradius game, like if you just put a little bit of effort into playing it more and more all in a row, you just start getting better at it. Like it's all there. It's all fair. I very rarely feel like I'm getting just fucked over. And there's a way to do everything. It's very manageable compared to a lot of shooters. This is a great first shooter to play, by the way. If you're not even into the genre, like pick this one up. It's really fun. All right. I like how they showed a 3D screen from Gradius 3 because they were showing the arcade game. The arcade game can kiss my ass.
Speed up. Speed up. Missile.
Oh, what?
Speed up. Speed up. Missile. Destroy the core. Laser. Option. Force field.
About right. Let's see here.
Destroy the core.
shitting me? Are you fucking shitting me? Come on, man. Come on, man. I was getting a little ridiculous there.
Missile. Laser. Option.
Fucking shit.
Speed up. Speed up. Missile.
God damn it. Son of a bitch. Alright, well, that looks like a good spot for a little break. Excuse me, I'll be right back and maybe do like one more run with each ship type and wrap it up or something. Anyway, thanks for watching. Be back in a little while. Alright, taking one last go at this. And by one last go, I mean with like each ship, pretty much. About 4 more games, give or take. Fucking what? What? I kind of want to play through the Sylphid games again. I also did those on Twitch, and they got quite a few views. They're really fun anyway. Maybe I'd even expand that this time by doing the DOS version, which was a kind of popular action game over here in the US for PCs. Not known for their arcade-style games. Sierra imported 2 DOS ports of, you know, NEC PC, Japanese PC games. They brought over Sylphid and Thexter, which I think I hate, actually. I think I actually hate Thexter as a game, but I don't hate Sylphid. Sylphid's really fun. I don't know if I've ever actually really played the old DOS version, but it seems great. The Sega CD game is really cool. It's really, really graphically impressive for its time, because it uses these like pre-rendered backgrounds that are solid polygons, and it uses a little bit of solid polygon for the in-game graphics, so it's like a convincing mix or whatever. Really cool stuff. A really simple shooter though, so a lot of people don't like it for that reason. Fuck! And the dumbest shit's happening this time. I'm so sorry. But yeah, and then the PS2 game was done by Treasure. A lot of people don't like it too. Same reason. Real simple, really straightforward shoot stuff game. But again, better than people are giving it credit for. Like, it's a good challenge, has a good level design, requires a little bit of effort and stuff to master. Alright, now I'm just going to keep cycling ships no matter how I did with them. No more giving A another chance.
Speed up. Speed up. Missile. Multiple.
Oh yeah, I'm on vacation this week too for a little bit, so I should expect to be able to get in a lot of game time on Thursday and Friday during the day, in addition to possibly during the weekend. Who knows? Could be a lot of games this week.
Multiple. Destroy the core. Force field.
Oh, fuck.
Speed up. Speed up. Missile.
Yeah, not quite doing as well. After the break. A scoring loss there, sadly. I think I will jump the gun and take the laser here, since that's all that's going to be available. And at most, it may be a blue. Who knows? Okay. Yeah, that's what we're going to get. Oof. I flew into my death there. Yikes. Not really getting as many power-ups as I want. Gotta make it work. pretty slick.
Shoot it in the head.
Yikes. Okay. Not as good as before, but that's alright. There we go. Okay, alright. Now we're playing with power.
Multiple. Laser. Missile. Force field.
Shit balls. God damn it.
Speed up.
Ah, that's so frustrating.
Speed up. Missile.
Did I just fall short of my high score? Even though I did better, I think. God damn it. This fucking game. Oh, it's so cool though. It's such a good game. Have I wiped the high score table yet? No, I haven't. That's important. That means I have to play again. It's the law.
Speed up. Speed up. Missile. Laser. Option. Option. Destroy the core.
Damn it! I really screwed the pooch there. I don't know why I slammed into the ground suddenly. I'm an idiot.
Speed up. Speed up.
Not great.
Speed up. Missile.
Shit. Now green didn't do such a good job. Let's go ahead and knock this out. Oh, we did clear the high score table though. Start.
Speed up. Speed up. Missile. Option. Laser. Option.
Ah!
Speed up.
I felt bad about that, and it turned out to be for a reason.
Speed up. Missile. Destroy the core. Option. Option.
Adjust here. Holy shit. I haven't made this mistake in a minute.
Speed up.
That's stupid. That ruins everything.
Missile.
That's also stupid. Yeah. I was like, maybe I can squeeze. Nope, nope, can't. Can't do that either. It's still somehow better than last time, barely. Alright, well, this has been a lot of fun. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap the stream up. Oh yeah, I made it to almost a 3-hour mark. This is one that's a little harder to pull myself away from because it's one of the best games in the series. I would actually say that this is a 9 out of 10 shooter. It really is, I think, only surpassed by Gradius 5. It is a little funny to say that because this one appears to have been developed by some other company, and I know that 5 was developed by Treasure, which is kind of an offshoot specialty house that is directly related to Konami in the same way that Natsume is to Taito. But yeah, this is still like one of the best games in the series, and I like it better than Gaiden, which a lot of people love and think is the best game. And I think that both of those, yeah, just fall short of 5, and 5 is the next one we're playing, so it's going to be amazing. So we still have some interesting things coming up on this series. We've got 5, and we've got Gradius Rebirth for the Nintendo Wii, which will be both the first Wii game that I've ever streamed. a very rare stream of a WiiWare game, because WiiWare does not work well in Dolphin at all. I don't know how to make it work, but Gradius seems to work, so we're going to check it out. And then we're going to do, you know, I said I missed Life Force earlier. We will do the original arcade Salamander on the Salamander disc for PlayStation. I'm going to do both Salamander and Salamander 2. And then that's also exciting because I've never played Salamander 2. And then that's where we'll finish this all off at. And move on to probably Gran Turismo 2, I think. So, oh, before that, I'm going to do Rocket Knight for the Sega Genesis. Then Gran Turismo 2 for the Sony PlayStation. Then we'll just see from there. But it's been a lot of fun. Definitely got some more Gradius coming up. Still have 4 more games to look at, it would appear. So, thanks for watching, and yeah.